my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When up in a bitch magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys.
We play to win. Let's go! There we go. Set right in. Check left 54. Right 54. Off the screen. Off the screen. Off the screen.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Elliott.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hey, kill. 27, 26.
They'll try to run for it with Elliott. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
47.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and goal at the 8-yard line. Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and will leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. They'll try to run with Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson flushed out right. Touchdown, Seahawks. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Here we go. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. We got it.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Here we go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Right there, 54 Mike. In the face. We're going to 53.
3rd and long for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And it is incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think Social media may be firing up a little bit right now.
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Xavier Woods with a pick.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
Just like that.
This is Elliott. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Then we're going to 53.
10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Mike 5-4. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
On 1st down, it's Carson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fist fight.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half. It's complete to Lockett. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 28 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, well, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive.
It got his man complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott now. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that is is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Dancing to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Caught. It's Wilson. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They run again with Carson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, Carson. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up a run the dart ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, it's Carson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now it's Carson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's Procise, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Trey Flowers picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
The Seahawks take over at the 46-yard line.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
After the interception, here's Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A first down throw for Prescott. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
47.
Here's Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And again, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Running with Elliott. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 26. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now he's flushed out left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They run it with Carson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Run left, run left. Slam, slam. 25, 25. Check. Go. Kill it, motion me out. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Green lane tight. Switch. Good tight.
Right there. 54, right there.
Green lane tight.
54 Mike.
Green lane tight.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He completes it to Wilson. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Prescott. He finds Austin complete. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Prescott to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Prescott yet again. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson being chased out left. Open man is Jacob Hollister.
We play to win. Let go.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And the throw there going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that score.
He's got a man. Complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
50's the mark. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Cooper again the target, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. That's correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Forbath, the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
There's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Wants to run. They're running it.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.